Because once people load in my stream, they get an ad and they can't hear me. So,
I just got to use long.
and make sure your audio is included.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I haven't. Yep, default page. We gotta get those automatic ads now.
Yeah, I have them lowered so it doesn't take up because I get 50% like 55% ad revenue at 3 ads an hour. But if you think about that, that is a lot of content considering I only stream for maybe 2 hours max. So all these ads come in and take up a bunch of space. So I just have it down to 140 per hour. And since I have my laptop, I can control that and kind of hold them off or run them under cautions. So it's not blocking anything.
Huh. So you get paid for the ads. Is it
It's a small
like
amount, but yeah, I get paid.
yeah? So like Facebook pays me, right, for my posts, but
Mm.
it's an insanely small. It's almost like a penny
Yes,
per like
yes.
amount because
Uh,
they give you
I I will say some streams because I have to block ads to keep the content going. I get like 2 cents per that stream. It's pretty small.
yeah.
And
I was
and
gonna
then
say it's probably
and then but then others they get 50 cent. I had one stream I got $1.50 based off of ads. I don't know what I did, but I got that from it. But most of the money is from subs and cheers, other stuff that people send in. Which, ironically, all that money that goes into the stream, I have in a pool on my PayPal that I use to send to other leagues.
see, and that's what I want to do for us. So like once we start getting to generate a revenue that comes with like donations and it's a decent amount down the road because obviously this is going to take time or it never comes and we just have fun the whole time, whatever. If it were to come, I want to start talking with other leagues. So like us as a powerhouse
Oh yeah.
and suspect racing league, suspect nation, Xbox One versus PC racing, community, and fucking racing podcast or racing paradise podcast want to sponsor you and your league. I think that would be so cool to be like big revenue builders, like Marty's doing now.
All right, and looks like they've finished qualifying, and we got most people in here on the stream getting clear to the ads. Uh, King Coda saying we have 29 in the lobby currently. So, oh, oh, I just realized they didn't account for you being here, so I don't know if they can get you in for the stream. There's 30 limited for the lobby. That
This is probably because
is.
I'm watching. Oh man, it's gonna lag. Actually, if I do it on, no, 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 wait.
I mean, we might have a lag out, so it'll be a little bit delayed. So they didn't expect you to be here, honestly. So it's kind of my bad for not telling them.
No, you're good. I just like they can't change the match. Oh, they reset qualifying.
Yeah, they already qualified and had to reset qualifying. So, but they're saying 29. They're showing 28 in the lobby. I don't know if they're waiting on one other guy.
All right, well, I just included my audio. What's up, everybody? Suspect spotted here. Woo!
Yeah, he has invaded your Discord and now invaded the party.
You said what?
I
Sorry, I
said
was reading.
that you. I said that you invaded the server and now you're invading the party.
Yep. I'm invading everything. Hi, guys. You introduced me as your boss. Dude, I
I
laughed so
did.
hard. I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? I'm the boss? What? That guy's probably like, what is he talking about? Oh,
Go
man.
Dog said, "Who dis?"
Oh, that's great. That is great. I really hope I can get in here and be spectating live because Dover is one of my favorite tracks to watch. I love Dover.
I expect a lag out. It usually happens.
There's a certain 7-time champ that's really good at Dover. Anybody remembers his
Cringe.
name? Jimmy Johnson.
Cringe.
Yo, Glory, 48. You say cringe. I
Cringe.
grew up with the biggest dude. People used to make fun of me in school. All right, no lie. People used to make fun of me in middle school because every time Jimmy Johnson would win a race, the next day I would grab the newspaper and I would cut it out. Right, so I have all those articles somewhere of Jimmy Johnson's wins, which are probably like relics now. But yeah, it was
You
really
just
cool.
showed your age to at least 8 people on the stream right now.
I'm only 30. Come on, man.
Hey, Nate.
Uh,
Nate's in the chat there.
what's up, Nate? I told him we were gonna be doing this, so hopefully, I'm kind of hoping there's only 28 drivers. But you said lag out, so yeah, there is a chance there too.
Yeah, I always expected one lag out. It honestly could happen at lap 100. We never know. But speaking of our lobby, uh, they're still waiting on to start, so I might as well go over my points. Yeah, I had it pulled up. So this is race 4, I believe. Let me make sure on that one. No, it is race 6. So 6 races in, and we saw off the first few races, Romeo started off in a very strong run. I believe won back-to-back 2 races. I'm not quite sure if he got the third. I could be wrong. But the last 2 weeks that we've had Road America and Bristol, he has not been doing so well. He has a 14-point lead over GS, the most recent winner at Road America. So still a good margin, still very early in the season. And back down behind them in third, we have Proto, who I believe is about, was that 20 points behind? So some of these guys not far behind. You got Nick Neal 30 points back. So everyone's still fairly close to that regular season line. So it's keeping it interesting, and with drivers you like Sterlo popping in every now and then to race. People that aren't really going for points, but definitely putting up fights, shaking up the points as much as they can. I wasn't able to look at qualifying order previously, but it looks like Proto on second, and T-Stone actually gets the pole, with Sterlo in fourth, and DD King third. So that top 4 is pretty strong up there. That's usually the people that I look forward to on what they can put up here. Surprised I didn't see Romeo up at the front. Like I said, Romeo, he's actually a custom setups guy, and he's been starting to run sliders, and like I said, just came out, won 2 races in a row. Easily front runner from the past few races, but not last 2 weeks, so probably has some learning struggles, but he's doing pretty well for himself right now.
So he's new to sliders and coming out.
Yep. I was surprised when he told me that.
Huh. Good for him, though. Making the transition easy. I feel like custom to slider compared to slider to custom is probably easier.
It's usually a big stretch, but here they go. They send it off in a very strong side-by-side battle going into 1. Proto on the outside almost had T-Stone clear, but will fall, and Didi will take over second to follow down to the bottom. The 42 is Sterlo is making his way forward as well. He started 4th. You have McNeil right here behind him, the 47 in the wall. Back in the background, the 27 of Proto continuing to fall after starting second. First lap by, and I think we already have a caution. It's reckon after the line as well. First lap caution. I guess I missed it in the background, but who all got caught in that one there? The 14 comical. Looks like Fool's Gold in the 12. Chug in the 43. Some guys already caught off in that first wreck.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I didn't even see it back there in the background anywhere.
T-Stone fakes pit, and only one other taker, or
You got him.
one non-taker. So it was only 1 lap, and like I didn't mention it before, but the fuel window is about 40 or 39 to 37 from the fuel fall off. There is 36 laps, or right now 35 laps left in the stage, so it is possible to make it. It might be a little close, especially if some of these guys stay out. So they're going to be a little iffy, but of course, rolling down on pace should help them there.
Now I'm new here. Are these manual cautions? Or are these AI generated cautions?
Manuals.
Oh, okay. Cool, cool. I like that.
Yeah, AI cars aren't going to fake pits down there.
Hey, wait.
Alright, so off of that first pit, T-Stone maintains the lead to one car. Ooh, I actually don't know who the one car is. Let me try to find who that is. GS, never mind, our last week winner. He also stayed out with T-Stone. So that becomes our front row. It looks like a few cars took 2 tires, the 9 car of beat odds, and the 3 of... What's that? I have the name, I can't remember who it was. Bizarre. Yep. 3-car Bizarre are going to go up into the second row with him. They are going to go one more lap by. They were not all set up. And it looks like the... Oh, never mind. I'm just behind. They go at the line, and it looks like the first car on fresh tires is going to be the 16 of Didi, with Sterlo behind him. Some of these guys on older tires directly in front of them with a good space. Only 3 or so laps have gone by, and Didi's starting to make his way under Bizarre to try to take 4th. Sterlo right here on him, waiting to make the move. The 17 and 22 trying to follow in behind. Oh, bunch of cars on the front stretch wall. Nobody wrecks. They're still moving. Bizarre continuing to fall off. Going the wrong way again.
Looks like they're just working out the kinks, man. They need to get a few more laps under their belt. And see some green flag racing here.
Yeah, Dover is basically a 1.5-mile style track with short track racing. Very tight. The corners are unforgiving with these cars. We know a lot of people say they get loose coming out of each of these corners, but a lot of people don't realize it's just the car getting light and not much of your setup being loose, and usually what's knocking off that side, or you overcorrect and tag that wall in the backstretch that we see everyone hit back here. Alright, looks like Didi slowly making his way through the field up to 3rd now. Sterlo working on beat odds now. And yeah, some of the Dover wrecks are pretty spectacular. If the leader hits that wall coming off of turn 2 on the restart, you better be sure every single car behind him is hitting something.
And over the years, we've seen some pretty nasty, wild wrecks at Dover. I've never personally ran this track or even been there in real life, so I imagine racing it too is pretty wild.
Alright, I should probably start paying attention to the roster every now and then, because I completely forgot that Romeo and people like SRT Drip changed cars. So Romeo is not in that white 66 anymore. He's in the Penske 22, and now he has gotten under the 9 car to pass into the top 5. So he's still doing fairly well, still early in the stage. Waiting to see if he can catch up to T-Stone, who still maintains the lead, by the way, over GS. The front 2 have stayed the same. Didi is pressuring GS. He might have him in 1 and 2. He does. 1 car GS got a little too low and tagged himself on the door of Didi, but now a battle for second brews off of that as Sterlo takes advantage of the slow 16.
Battle looks to be heating up for the lead.
Will be pretty soon. Sterlo is always one person to watch, and now with fresher tires over T-Stone, it is a matter of time before he catches up to him, and when does he make that pass. Going the wrong way again. There is 20.
Shout out to the 5-car Kyle Larson. I don't even know who it is, but go Kyle Larson.
That should be Go Dogs, if I'm correct.
Go Dogs. Yeah, all right, Go Dogs. Who this? This suspect spotted, man. I want to see you win this
All
race.
right,
Get up there.
directly leaving turn 4, clears T-Stone without struggle. Sterlo to the lead as they hit lap 14 of 37. So nearing halfway soon of the stage. Keep in mind the 20 who stayed out could be iffy on fuel. The fuel window is a little bit questionable with the fall off. And we know everyone else behind those cars that stayed out should be pretty safe.
Who's in that 42 car leading the race there, Camel?
Sterlo.
Sterlo. All right.
Behind us, and I think that's still Romeo leading the 17. Who's the 17? Wait, no, never mind. The 5 of Ghost Tech. Go Dogs is the 11. Sorry about that. Still a little unfamiliar with these guys. I've only seen them up for 6 races.
Yeah, when there's almost 30 of them. That's quite a bit to memorize. Yeah. And if they're switching cars, for sure. That's a pack you just scrolled through, though. I seen on stream.
Yep. So, GS Racing, who was sitting in second for a good amount of laps off the restart, he is now outside this top 5, fighting amongst the second pack with likes of McNeil, Goodwrench, D-Dodds, Romeo, and the 17. They still have a while to go for the stage. We shouldn't see a pit stop, so it's all racing from here right now.
How many laps you got left in the stage there, Camo?
19 looks like, and from my in-car view, he has about 23 laps on his counter, and he still has a little bit more fall-off room to go. So I would imagine T-Stone is a little bit closer to that, so I want to say T-Stone has about 2 laps to the good on him. And you see he's actually still on the back bumper of the leader.
So you know what's really cool?
He's not fallen off.
T-Stone so happens to be streaming, so let me hop over to his stream, and when he flicks his
nice.
counter here...
Yeah, we can see his counter.
Right now, it looks like the top 3 cars are about 2.5, 2 to 2, 3/10. Sorry, trying to look at this.
No, they're
here.
First, second, and third are literally nose and tail right now, and T-Stone's actually trying to pass for the lead. Keep in mind, still older tires based off of that first lap pit, and he is challenging Sterlo, who cleared him in 1 corner easily. Ooh, slow 10 car up ahead. He's going to stay up high and get out the way before turn 2. T-Stone fighting all the way down to the bottom, never budges. Side by side for a whole lap so far. Still on him.
I'll tell you what, T-Stone, he's holding that line smooth.
He's moving,
man. You
a little
can
bit
see
of a tap
lot.
from Sterlo, but he has a push from Didi to keep him going. T-Stone apron touch, but he stays on the back corner of him. Oh, a little close there. T-Stone tagged the apron, leaving the corner, so he's going to go right back in a second. So good side-by-side for a lap and a half for the lead.
It looked like they touched a little bit coming out of 2.
Oh, right now, all right, what do you have for his counter? Because we are 14 to go.
He has not switched it at all. He's focused on the margin.
All right, we'll see when that happens. If his light comes on at the end. Let me find who this 17 is.
I'm going to stay with T-Stone
Pure
here.
Splash. Pure Splash is our 17, holding on to 4th, with GS has made his way back into 5th. ahead of Romeo, McNeil, Goodwrench, and B-Dodds.
You think if I hopped in their Discord race channel and asked T-Stone for a fuel count, he would give it to me?
I'd probably leave them alone for now.
They look to be busy, right?
Oh yeah, especially that lead.
He'll flick it over at some point here.
Some guys that I've watched throughout the few races this season already that are usually good top 10, near top 5 runners. Trout, the 5, King Coda. Some of these guys are like down near 20th, I think, right now. So they're not having a good first stage.
It looks like they're pretty spread out.
Oh yeah, very spread out. Mountain Ranger down here with them. Curious if they're going to go a lap down soon. Where is our leader compared to coming out the backstretch now? I see one car ahead.
He flicked it over. Where is it? Where is it? Estimated fuel 10 laps. Coming into 3.
10, and then right at the line, we are 9 to go.
9 right before the line, so he's 2 laps short.
He's close. He is very close.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Dover's one of those.
He is about 1.5 laps before he sputters at the line. And with 10 laps, maybe a little under 10 laps to go, he's going to need to conserve a little bit here because it is like I said, a big fall off on some of these laps.
His right front tire right now is looking about 230 degrees.
I was just about to say, and Sullivan was asking who's leading. That was Sterlo that was leading, and now T-Stone making the pass on him in turn 1 and 2. Sterlo got up into the wall and falls back down to 3rd. DD stays in 2nd, but now T-Stone has a lead and a gap over DD the 16.
Oh man,
with 7 laps to go.
T-Stone's fuel counter is getting earlier and earlier every lap on the countdown here. 6 laps coming out of 2.
We're hitting 6 to go right here at the line. So he has about half track worth of fuel to work with in this last 6 laps.
You'd think he'd want to tuck in and draft a little bit, but he's sitting out front.
Didi falls back and lets Sterlo by off that corner. He straight up just let off, and the 42 went right by. He is shoving him forward. Massive gain with the wall touch from the 20. That's going to send Sterlo right down to the turn 1. Holds it down close. I keep trying to call him B13, but Didi stays in 3rd. Does not try to force the 20. I mentioned him earlier off stream. Didi is such a team player, will work with anybody. You see him letting those 2 battle in front of him and not pressuring. We're, 5 to go, right? And 4 to go. Stage is closing through. Sterlo, of course, back in the lead. T-Stone questionable on fuel. And Didi just riding in.
3 laps on his counter as he crossed the line. It dropped down to 3 laps, and it was 4 laps to go. So he seems to be, what, Camo? A lap short?
I'd say about half a lap short.
Ooh.
Or at least close to it. He needs to get that counter to switch to 0 by the time he enters turn 4. We're 3 to go right now, coming up to 2 to go. Catching up to some lap traffic. It looks like the 23, 12, and 2. They shouldn't catch them, but I'd be surprised at what happens here. The 12 hits the wall. That's going to put a lap car in front of these guys.
Fuel light came on for T-Stone halfway down the backstretch.
We are 2 to go. Ooh, 12 car on the wall. It stays clear of the leaders. Sterlo still out front. Didi is pushing the 20 along. I think he's trying to get him to the stage end.
It's a possibility because old T-Stone here.
Last lap.
0 lap.
He's
0
out.
laps on the
T-Stone's out.
Oh,
T-Stone is out of fuel. Sterlo, clean lead ahead of Didi. You see him off in the distance.
T-Stone's gonna make it.
Sterlo glides in for a stage 1 win. T-Stone limping around, being passed by multiple cars, was in second at the time, going to finish outside the top 20.
You think T-Stone was hoping for another caution camo?
He probably could have been. I knew not pitting there at the end was going to cost him, which then leads me to see how many others had that problem that stayed out with him. GS stayed out with him, but I think I see him right here behind the 16. I think he stole third. Yeah, GS got third, and he stayed out with that 20.
So GS tucked in behind and saved a little bit of fuel. He knew what was
He
coming.
did. That's why he was sitting in that second pack. Wound up third because of it.
T-Stone stage comes home 14th.
Yeah, and some of it was only stage 1. They had to reset qualifying, so it took a little bit longer. And I think
Has
we still have
anybody
everybody in the race.
unwillingly exited the race? Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Maybe, I think. Let's try. I think I see an empty spot.
Oh yes, sir.
Yep, we got one out. So welcome in for stage 2 there, Spotted.
Let's go.
It is the 41 of McNeil, this third place in points. McNeil is out of the race.
Oh, that's tough for McNeil.
But now Didi leads. He got ahead of Sterlo there on the restart. And GS still in third, fighting with Romeo and Goodwrench behind him.
T-Stone's making up some ground on his stream right now. He looks to be about 10th place, battling.
So, stage 1, we saw about 40 laps in that stage. We have 78 here in stage 2. Oh, Pierce splashing the wall hard, up in the off the corner of 4. He was battling in the top 5. He is now near last place of the running cars. And a bunch of checkup on the turn 1 and 2. Which I think is going to put us at caution. I'm not sure what happened to cause it, but I know that 17 just lost a massive amount of spots.
That's unfortunate for him. He's been in the top 10 all day so far. Camel, you're going to have to send another one right quick.
Bizarre has also lagged out. Yeah, he just typed in the chat. There he is, stuck down on pit road. So 2 cars out of the race already.
That's unfortunate, man. I hope with the new game we don't get as many lag outs. It's tough when guys put in the work week in and week out and end up just dropping out the lobby, you know?
Alright, so this run we had, what, maybe 3 laps through? So we saw the tire difference on the 1 lap stay out from T-Stone and GS. It's possible to hold it off, so I'm not sure if anyone in the back is going to try it. It looks like everyone up here is going in, because they do know it's a massive stage. It looks like B-Dodds will be the one to try it. He was about mid-pack, so he's going to pick up into the lead now. And it looks like one other taker, the 47, 43, nope, 47. 23 stays out, the 10, I believe.
Oh, yeah, the 10.
I think the 10 is a few laps down. I saw him pit off of stage 1, so I think he tried to get the wave around, and it's not going to work.
So Sportsman in the 47. B-Dodds in the 9 car. Wolfarama XD and then 23. Those guys all stayed out. Looks like T-Stone's gonna restart 15th after his out of fuel.
T-Stone ran out of fuel and was stuck mid-pack back there. I think he gained a few spots off the restart, so a little bit better than what he was. All right, the choose is actually going to bring Didi up to second row, I think.
They have the choose in the update?
No, they just choose on the backstretch.
Oh, okay, okay.
We do
Oh yeah,
manual
that's right. It's
choose.
all manual.
All right,
Duh.
I know they go at the line, but they are not
Lag.
set. I don't know if they're going to go this time. Yeah, they're going to go next time. Okay. Yeah, Bizarre was just saying he was sitting in top 10 on points and then lagged out. That's going to hurt him with almost 30 cars in the field.
Yeah, that's quite a few cars when you lag out.
But keep in mind, it's only the 6th race. I believe they have, I think, 16 in the regular season, something near that number. So a lot of time to keep up in that top 16 on points.
Is it a win in your in situation or no?
I believe it is points based.
I got you.
So
I got
you
you.
need to keep up in that area to make it in. All right, let's see what beat odds and Sportsman can do on older tires. Didi and Sterlo top row. You know how strong they are. They get going in a dead even restart. Didi with a little bit of advantage going into turn 1, but that bottom lane will start to prevail. We'll see if he can clear him coming out of 2. Didi fighting off on the inside, loses a little bit of speed. Here comes Sterlo down to the bottom. Huge checkup in the background.
Yeah, the 47 car Sportsman got up into the 45 a little bit there. Might have touched, and the 45 went up the hill and got into the wall. So that was a little rough for him. Go through and see that was a good wrench.
Yep, and leaving turn 4 up to the line, both first and second have changed. Beat odds falls to third. Sportsman still stays in 4th. Romeo hunting him down behind, and I believe, is that the 14 a Comical?
Yeah, there's a 3-wide battle coming out of 4 right now between the 27, the 18, and the 15. The 44's here. T-Stone's back here in the 20. They are fighting it out back here in this back.
I'm going to look here with Dreludes in the middle of this entire backfield.
I'll give it to him, man. With this many cars,
yep,
it's tough.
GS fighting with Wolf in that 5 car, trying to push him by. Oh, they're going to split 3 wides. The 23 got pushed through the corner by Goodwrench. Oh, back in the wall. They're going to go around, I think. There they go. Big one on the front stretch.
Ow.
Multiple cars going to get collected. That should be a caution. We'll see what they do here at the line.
Oh, there's another one on the backstretch. See if I can catch who that was. Plowed the inside wall coming out of 2.
If this is a caution, B-Dodge just gained a lot of track position. It is. So with a good amount of laps through there, B-Dodge went from, I believe, outside, if not barely in the top 10, to sitting 3rd. Now can pit with for fresher tires.
So the 55 car Tech PK00.
Oh, also, I missed it, but Bizarre did say it is a win in your in. So they do have that. That means Romeo, GS. Who else won? I know Sterlo has won. I'm not quite sure if he is full-time. Yeah, so Romeo and GS, I know for a fact, are the 2 current locks in for the playoffs.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah, good for them. Locked in already, but 10 more races left in the regular season still.
I'd say about 10 weeks, because they do have the All-Star race in between the few here.
I got you. I can't believe there's 28 cars out here, man. That's wild. At Dover, too. Yep. They're all making it around real good. Props to them.
Yeah, this many cars at Dover, and so far only what, 2, 3 cautions.
Mm-hmm. That's good. It is. Like I said, props to them. They're all holding their own out there. Even in big packs, multiple lines, 3 wide.
All right, so a big gainer here, Beat Odds, who was on those older tires, as well as Sportsman, who's directly behind him, are going to sit second and third row. Picked up a lot of track position on some of these guys, and now sitting right here behind Sterlo and Didi. Not quite sure if they're going to go this time. They are not, as they're not set up behind him. But we have 65 laps to go in this stage. I'm looking at maybe 2 stops. Some people might have to do 3
To finish the race in its entirety.
to finish the stage here.
Oh,
Got
okay.
65 in stage 2 remaining. Green with 64.
Man, some green flag pit stops would really shake some things up, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, and I'd imagine the pit entries is going down into turn 3 and following the black apron down there.
Yeah, for this many cars, that would be a good thing. I feel.
All right, Didi on the point. Sterlo on his outside. Romeo has moved his way up into the top 4. We'll see what he can do as Beatos is pushing Sterlo along to give him a great run off the restart. Didi's going to have to use that low lane to try to fight back. If Sterlo gets a good run on this outside, he will challenge for that lead. Does not, as Didi will prevail back up to the front.
3 wide, T-Stone on the inside, the 14 on the middle, the 5 on the outside down the backstretch. They all make it good into turn 3 here.
T-Stone clears the 5 and is moving up through the field right now.
He's on a mission. After running out of gas earlier, he's got to get back up there.
He sits currently 6th as the 47 hits the wall. 14 tags him, but they stay straight. Almost going to go 3 wide back there as he tags the apron right in front of GS. But they get mostly sorted back there. And I think they're good. But right now, Beat-Odds holding on to 4th as Romeo is challenging those leaders soon. Oh, 9 car on the wall hard. The 20 car is going to take him down to the inside there. Trout going to follow. And Ghost just behind and might not be able to have a room to get a hole. The 9 hits the wall again. He's going to lose more spots. I'm going to get off him because I'm giving him the biggest casting curse I've ever seen.
The 9 car falling back. Meantime, I'm watching the 1 car GS racing back here, and he seems to be making up some ground. The 44 is on the inside right now, but he's choosing the outside line. Looks to be making some ground, like I said.
Bizarre says he's going to come through into next week with a vengeance at Kansas. So it sounds like it's a strong track for that 3 car. Look forward to seeing it.
Oh, GS racing in the wall.
GS in the wall in the background. T-Stone making a move on the 19 for Trout on 4th. Ghost Tech might have a run on him as well to try to follow this 20 car.
There's that 5 car I was talking about earlier.
Oh, door checks the 19. Got a little too close to that apron and bounced up.
19 car. Who was that?
Trout.
Okay, Trout. Sorry, trying to get used to you guys.
First pit taker into pit road very early in the stage.
There's another car I've been kind of watching here. The 27 of Proto. He's been moving up through the field.
Center Proto, yeah. He started 2nd, I believe it was, and has not really been able to keep it up there since the start of the race. He is just outside of the top 5. You see it be held by the 5 car. About 8th right now.
Sounds like Proto just needed some pit stops to get the adjustments in.
Ooh, Comical got a little slow down that corner there. Proto's going to try to take him on the outside. It's possible out here. We'll see if he can get it because he should get the draft on the 9 car down the straight. There he goes. He will pass the 14 on the outside, clear up for 8th.
Don't look now, Camo. Sterlo in the 42s challenging Didi for the lead.
He is sitting behind him. I'm not sure if I want to call it a challenge because we look at how Didi has raced them. Very patient, very nice, I'd probably say. He works well with some guys, and I think Sterlo sees that as respect and is going to stay with him because we have a long way to go in stage 2.
Just think they're just going to tandem draft a little bit, try to save a little fuel, switch on and off, keep moving.
It's looking like it because usually if I see Sterlo getting aggressive, you'll see him poking out more and more in the corners, maybe taking a higher entry to get a diamond in. But he's right now just staying on the bumper of the 16, not trying to run a different lane for an exit speed. Like look at the he had better speed entering turn 3. He did not try to take it and instead stayed in behind and pushed him through the corner.
What do you think the 22 car of Romeo has to say about that, though? Because he's sneaking into the picture as well.
I think this is what Sterlo was trying to do with Didi, is to get them away from that 22. But with that 3-car line, that is a massive draft boost for Romeo. So he's going to be in the picture in that at least 2 laps here.
Who's the next closest car to those guys?
T-Stone, who has broken
T-Stone
away from the field and continues to drive up. Oh yeah, Sterlo is hooked onto the 16 car and content to run out these few laps before they have to pit. We have 51 laps in stage 2 remaining. Thank you, Nate.
Oh, Wolfarama all by
you got?
himself coming out of 4.
23.
Smashes the inside wall.
He had just pit early too for, I would imagine, a lot of damage. Sportsman in the 47 is not doing so hot off what we saw. He had track position on that restart, was in the same boat as Beat Odds. Of course, Beat Odds has also gotten the wall a bunch, so he's fallen off. So they have not had the recovery they thought they were going to have there. Mountain Ranger also struggling, which is surprising. He usually does pretty well. He's back there with Splash, who was running top 5 at one point.
Proto seems to be tucking in behind this 5-car of Ghost Tech.
Yep.
Maybe
They got a long line. Proto is not
him.
wanting to wait. He wants to lead this back and try to break away to catch the 20 car up there for 4th. That was your pass for 5th that Proto just took from him. Now Trout trying to work his way on the bottom.
Meanwhile, we got Didi up front, just chilling. Sterlo hanging out behind him, the 22 car of Romeo. Just 3-car draft.
Ooh, Ghost Tech and Beat Odds are getting a little bit used in those corners. Not getting down as far as they wanted to. Dreludes is wanting to move forward. I think also Goodwrench. I'm not sure. Oh my god, here goes the 14 and 9 with the 44, 3 wide.
There's a 4
wide out of 2.
Oh.
The 9 car on the wall. That was almost very bad for these guys. Dreludes will prevail and get out in front of them.
GS Racing about to gain 5 positions out of that. He was flying. He had to let off the gas. Oh no, he's in the back of the 9 car. Seems like some of these guys might be getting a little loose, maybe?
Some people get loose here, and some people get very tight late run here at Dover.
Me personally, as a driver, I cannot stand the very tight. I'll take the loose side of it 10 times over.
Look back up with our lead. So it looks like we now start having a run for the lead. And maybe the DD had a mistake there, and Sterlo's going to capitalize on it, and Romeo up into 2nd. I was just about to say T-Stone is falling off of the front 3, and now Sterlo out front with a bit of a gap to the 22. We'll see if Didi pushes him back up and run the 3-car run for the lead again.
I'm curious if T-Stone's falling off or the 3-car draft is pulling away.
Oh, they definitely all have a draft right here. I want to say they run normal, and the fact that they also have 3 cars versus the one, it is a massive difference on these straightaways. But something I'm looking at right here after the last 2 laps, Sterlo is pulling away from Romeo right now. Even with the help of Didi, he is continuing to pull on some distance, so I wonder if Didi needs to swap with him and have the 22 push, because we know how strong Didi is right now. He's able to lead and pass the 42. He might
Yeah,
be
looks
too
like he's
content to
trying
try to keep him in it.
Looks like he's trying to help Romeo along here. But if I'm not mistaken, it looks like the gap between T-Stone and those two guys is closing slowly as he's trying to assist the 22. So
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes you wonder how long he's going to sit behind him.
Not long. There's the nose. Is he going to keep it? No, he had to back out. The 22 didn't give enough space. Didi was looking, though. There he goes. The 22 is going to let him by. He knows how fast the 16 is. He's going to try to follow him. Now we got lap traffic coming in. 40 laps to go in the stage. We are closing near the first pit cycle.
Ooh, somebody real loose coming out of 2 there.
Keep in mind, the fuel counter says 41 when you pit, but you get about 36 to 39 on the actual fuel run. So we're within what the number says, but we're going to get the number down to really get into that fuel window.
I love that you know all the ins and outs of the game when it comes to the fuel calculations and the tires, Camo.
That's what I love. People hate it because I know how to fuel save by doing that, but it's useful information. And it helps in with commentating.
It does. It does. It really adds a different aspect to it. It's real cool.
All right, so after we saw that 22 let the 16 by, he has immediately started to roll that gap down. Not by much, but there is some slight gains.
Kind of scrolling through the field here, seeing how everybody's doing. Seems like those front 4 cars are just all spread out now, running their own race.
Very spread out right now.
5th place.
Actually, not quite who is. I want to say they lapped a few cars right there. It looks like the 4 is a lap down.
Yes. Let me go find out who that is. That would be the 4 car of SRT Drip.
Yes, he is lapped. So our top, I believe this is what, 8 is spread out, and then you have Dreludes and Goodwrench still hooked onto each other. Not much going on for them. Because remember, they were in a huge pack of cars fighting for it as long as they could.
Dreludes in that 44, every time I have switched to him, has been in some chaos surrounding him. It looks like chaos, organized chaos around him.
Oh yeah, he was among the 4 wide out of 2 that we witnessed.
Yeah. That guy has had a heck of a race, and he don't even know it. He's just along for the ride, but he hasn't been in any wrecks, so he's doing all right now as he goes down into 1.
So update, we are in the fuel window. It is 34 to go, and everybody is still out on track right now.
So everybody can make it, huh?
To my leader. There we go. I don't see a fuel light on my in-car. He hasn't pulled up his telemetry again. So I'm wondering on who will be the first to pit, and right as I say it, there goes Sterlo. The leader goes in and nobody else to follow. So the 42 first to pit. Now keep in mind, short track pitting. Sometimes it's good to be the first to pit, but the others, it's bad to be the first to pit because miraculously staying out 1 more is a better time gain. And if I'm correct, I think Dover is one of those, especially with the tire life. So Didi will stay out 1 more and go in. Romeo to follow. Almost missed the line. He gets in. T-Stone gets in. A lot of cars in line behind these guys to come in as well.
Holy cow, that's
A
a
good
pack right
rest of
there.
the top 15 follows. Almost looks like they're under caution.
Yeah, it reminds me of the NASCAR race last weekend. One came, they all came.
All right, Sterlo is out. Keep in mind he was the first to pit. Everyone is in that fuel window. So Didi is in. I try to switch in cars so I see who's out. The
GS
lead.
Racing's still out. I'd imagine he took the lead because I think I saw everybody else go down pit road.
Currently, yes, GS has stayed out the longest. He should be coming in this time. The 47 sits in second. 42 gonna come right by the 16.
47 car Sportsman gonna go down pit road.
So Sterlo picks up a little bit of time on the early pit, but with the 16 so close on that one lap fresher tires, he should have speed advantage. Can he make that time up in the next 30 or so laps? GS is in. We'll go back to the other car.
T-Stone. He gained some ground on old Romeo there. He looks like he's catching up to him. Let's see here. Yeah. That's Romeo in the 22 right in front of him.
So that should be the pass for the lead right here. The 42 does get him there. So 42 back to the lead. A few cars leaving pit road and I think going a lap down. Looks like the 55. So we'll try to keep an eye on those two and check it back on their gap later.
The 9 car he wasn't up there. Is the 9 car a lap down now? Did he have a
was
pit road,
up here.
pit road?
B-Dodds was among those guys that pitted, and it looks like he took over third.
Yeah.
So he picked up that
wild
track
pit
position
stop.
he lost off of that restart. He's fighting with Romeo now, and Romeo's going to get him down on the inside in 3 and 4. T-Stone might be able to follow. Can't get it up there in time.
What are the odds that the 9 car only took right side tires, Kimma?
Very unlikely. It's almost a full fuel run left in the run. I don't see anybody taking 2.
Oh, okay. And he just must have made up a lot of time on pit road then, because going in, he wasn't in the top 5.
He wasn't in the top 5, but he was definitely in the top 10. And of course, we saw like 15 cars following behind the second place car.
That is true. These guys got a battle going on here, though. Romeo, T-Stone, and B-Dots.
Oh, yeah. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th right here. And then you got Proto in the background in 6th. So checking in on my in-car for the gap to the lead. It is being pulled in 10th by 10th. It is about half a second to the leader right now. And there he is, getting held out by a lapped car, the 23, right in front of him, coming out of turn 4. That's going to pull Didi closer. Oh, almost really bad on that. He keeps it going.
23 car looks real loose. And
Now
or
with
tight.
24 laps to go in stage 2. Didi is on the hunt for the leader with 1 lap fresher tires. Look back here, the 9 car has fallen off of the 20 and 22 as T-Stone might have a run on Romeo soon. See him looking on different lanes, but can't make the pass just yet.
Oh, he gets on the
really
bumper just a
pressuring him
little
through.
bit.
Oh, the 23 tried to get out of the way, and B-Dod's going to tag him going out of turn 1. So now B-Dod's has some damage and falls outside, away from Proto.
T-Stone.
Oh, that
really
battle for the lead's
pushing
close.
Romeo. He's going to the inside.
We're trying to keep an eye on this. The lead is right here, and then back here with T-Stone has cleared Romeo for 3rd.
Yeah, with ease too. I don't know if Romeo backed out of it a little bit and let him go by or not, but he went right on by him.
Leader is about to come up on SRT, Mountain Ranger, and the new guy. I'm not quite sure what his name is. It's like a bunch of letters or something. 4 car will drop to the bottom, let them through. what tractor setting going on. I want to say we're on normal. I can check. I want to say normal.
Shout out to the 38 car for the gamer tag, man. Dirtiest cat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Bizarre says it is, so I would believe he was right. He was in the race. All right, so some more interesting maneuvers by Didi that honestly does not surprise me. He caught this 42 fast and has not been aggressive to try to make this pass. You see he had the hole, but he does not take it. He is continuing to fall in because we have, what, 20-something laps left? 18 laps left in the stage. He's being as patient as he can. No need to be aggressive, racing around the lap cars. He's confident in this stuff right now.
I think Didi knows if he just hangs out behind Sterlo, he's going to save a little bit of fuel, some tires, you know. Just ride
Yeah, definitely
around.
save the tires. He keep in mind he has one lap better tires over Sterlo right now, so he's just honestly playing with him right as they run.
Coming up on another lap car.
There's Go Dogs. That 11.
Oh, who dis? No. 11 car. Likes. I wonder if he's a Denny Hamlin fan. Alright. Let's see where Proto's at. I'm gonna scan through. Oh, Proto's caught Romeo and T-Stone here. I'm gonna go up there and challenge for third. Got the draft.
Oh yeah, he's really closed it. He was away from them like a good whole turn, I believe it was.
Yeah, last time I checked in on them, they were just dots in his windshield. But he's definitely caught up to him. He's moving.
So we're running around 15 to go. The battle for third is going to close up on between 3 cars, and the battle for the lead is still nose and tail, which actually I think might be...
Oh, Didi!
Oh!
Into the inside wall.
I was just about to say, he was attempting
there.
to pass. I think he might have gotten too close to the 42.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but he smacked the inside wall. That's tough for Didi there.
Yeah, that is going to kill his chances for the stage, so without mistakes, it will go to Sterlo for that stage, and we'll see how the rest of this race plays out. As right now, Didi still on the fresher tires with left side door damage. Can he catch back up and steal over third? He currently sits 5th. Actually,
23 car bouncing off the wall up there again.
No, since Didi hit the wall and fell back, the second place car is the 20 of T-Stone now. Oh, 23 almost hit 16. That was almost very bad back there.
Didi almost had another surprise. Proto, man, he's on the bumper of Romeo. Right on him. How many laps we got left in the stage there, Camo?
Currently 11 to go. The leader should be hitting 10 in a few seconds.
I'm really curious here how long Proto's going to sit behind Romeo and T-Stone before he starts making a move. He's looking like he's got the faster car for sure.
Didi's not able to really catch up on these guys, as Proto is going to make the move on Romeo as T-Stone catches the lap cars ahead of him. That's going to stall them from catching the 20 as they fight side by side. They get cleared coming out of 2. Go Dog's going to go to the high side, let him by, let the others by as well. Now working on the 15 and 18. check back up with our lead, and I think he's still. Oh, what the hell just happened? I guess I saw a lag. It looked like the 11 was going around on my screen.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't catch that part there.
Yes, Thurlow, a good turn and a half distance from second place to 20.
That 18 car hit the apron. He got real tight coming out of 4 there. He about smacked the wall.
Ooh, the checkup from the lap cars has pulled Didi closer. We are under 10 to go. Single-digit laps left in stage 2. See if Didi can rebound for a top 3 and maybe even get back into second. Oh, touched the 22. He backs off and lets him back in. 6 laps to go.
I don't think Didi wants to see the inside wall twice in one stage here. That was tough the first time. He kept it going straight though.
Oh yeah. Alright, so we're gonna approach 5 to go, so no more cautions in the stage. Sterlo still a clean lead, no pressure. All a battle for second right now.
It's getting heated too. I imagine with a couple laps to go here, we'll start seeing some more aggressive moves.
Maybe 4 to go, stage 2.
Coming up on a lap car, the 12 car. Oh, 12 car is going to go.
Ooh, 27 had to check up. The 22 is going to go down on the inside, and Didi is going to push him forward and keep them side by side.
Then he's going to drop low, it looks like. Maybe sneak in below Proto.
Oh, 3 wide for third place.
In between Didi with
middle.
a move.
Oh, 22 hit the apron.
22.
It's going to send him up back into 3 wide coming into turn 2.
Oh.
Holds it on the outside with a massive run. 22's got that low lane still.
Driving.
He can clear this 22 exiting this corner. He just needs to hold the run. There he goes. Didi from the outside, 3 wide, clears 2 cars.
That was impressive. He held it out there too, coming out of 2.
Pulls into third with 2 to go.
There's little Sterlo. Sterlo's entering turn 3.
Oh yeah, Sterlo's gone.
He's gone. Oh, the 12
cars.
What the? He's stuck on the wall there.
Struggling. We are last lap to 55. Almost takes out to 42. Trying to get out of the way. Sterlo is dodging bullets up there.
Prototype, Romeo, and Didi fighting it out here for third. Proto goes high. Didi up all the way high.
Romeo 3 wide.
Maybe.
I think.
Didi out of gas? No. What?
Wait.
What
No, Didi let him have it.
lose?
Didi let him have the points. Didi's not. I don't think Didi's in for the points, so he let Proto and Romeo go by to get the extra point for them.
Okay. What a guy. Shout out to Didi.
So he falls to 5th. Romeo takes over 3rd. Got T-Stone in 2nd. And of course, Sterlo with the stage win. Sweeps the stages so far.
All right, 42 car. Emma, when do you usually take your picks, bud?
Usually make picks whenever I have someone in here with me to pick with. I didn't really think about it. But
End of stage 2?
From what I'm seeing, yeah, to start stage. Oh, Didi had to leave. He just left. That's why he gave up the spots there. Dang. I was just about to say, I'm really liking Didi right there.
I knew it. I knew you were about to say it. Well, that's unfortunate.
Ooh, and T-Stone takes over the lead. I'm looking at one of these two, and honestly, I'm going to probably go with the strongest option. That's going to be Sterlo, who's swept the stages so far. We'll see what T-Stone can do. If he can hold out the lead, he might be able to keep Sterlo around him.
I'm going with the 20 car of T-Stone. I think after running out of gas earlier and running his way back to the front, he wants it.
And right now, he's gotten ahead off the start, and he's starting to pull away as Proto's fighting Sterlo to try to take 3rd. not going to get it as Sterlo fights back on that outside. Now, Tony Pitt, he was just second and took over the lead. Because definitely had to have pit, because look at the massive gain that he got on those tires. No, he could not have taken 2 tires. Just saying he took 2 on the chat. He would be falling right now.
Oh,
and a
yeah.
caution immediately.
Uh-oh. I saw some cars bounce off the wall.
Like
an
the
accordion
the
effect.
23 going into pit road. Mountain Ranger trying to catch back up. So yeah, a few cars off in the background.
The 11 car going around to get his lap back. Let's see here. Chug-a-luggin stopping? Maybe he thought he was supposed to get his lap
I
back?
think he was not supposed to get it back yet.
Yeah, he's going back to the back here.
So they do not open pits. Oh, keep in mind the 20 and 42 are teammates.
Okay, that's a twist. If I had to put one guy on the ones to watch right now, I'm gonna put it on the 44 car, Dre Leeds. I don't know why. He's just been
solid.
In the midst
That's
of
very
everything,
solid.
and he's just been hanging out, riding around. You know, I think he's gonna be up there in the mix later on.
I will tell you this: Dreludes throughout the season has been a constant, whether it be end of the top 5 runner or a top 10 car, but he has been within that range and shows up whenever he has the track position. So that's a very solid pick that you had no idea about.
I just watched him race, man. He's been surrounded by absolute chaos. It seems like.
Oh yeah, he's
not even
through traffic, and he's
everywhere.
keeping a solid pace and like solid track position.
For sure. And Trout Head too. He just popped up in the top 5.
Yep.
He's been lurking around 6th, 7th, 8th.
Trouthead bounces back and forth between here, and I know he can run up in the top 5, but one little mistake keeps him out of it for almost the entirety of the race, and it usually happens towards the end as well. Another small mistake. I think he was leading at Homestead, and I think he sped. It was one race that I know he sped. He was doing very well.
So in our world, we would call him the suspect Dirt X. A reference for some of you watching.
Ooh, 2 tire takers. Look at that. Dreludes to the lead. Maybe. There's a few cars up top. Nope, still lapped cars. They're just going to fall to the back. And it looks like, yep, Dreludes on the point. Comical to second. T-Stone third. And Sterlo still in 4th behind him.
Is there a possibility I just give Dreludes the reverse commentator's curse? Start talking about him to the point and he's going to take off?
We will see. Like we said before, with the 20 car, he made the no tires work from not pitting before. Was able to hold to the leaders. Now we'll see what the 44 can do on 2 tires. On, I believe it was a 2-lap run off to start the stage 3. We know he's down on fuel, but of course we have a lot of laps to work with. We'll see what he can do on the next time by. They need to get settled down.
It looks like we still got 1 car on pit road here.
With
45,
74, 73 laps to go once we hit the line.
45 of old Goodwrench possibly making one more adjustment there.
Alright, so keep in mind our fuel window with the laps remaining. 74 at green. We have 2 pit stops left.
Alright.
I believe. Could be wrong. No,
I don't
1.
think you're wrong.
1.
Oh, 1? Alright, well,
should have 1.
I suppose.
Yes. It'll be 1, and everybody will be like very close on fuel and tires down at the end. Alright, let's see what Dreludes can do on 2 tires as well as Comical on the outside. We have Romeo and T-Stone, 2nd row. They get going. A great jump by Comical, but the gear shift from the 44 going to send them right back side by side. That bottom lane Such a massive run down the bottom. Comical's going to get beat on turn 2 with no help because Romeo's going to push in the 20. Almost has a run down on the 44, but he holds it right now to lead the lap through. Comical going to start
kind of
following.
hung out there.
Trout and Proto fighting side by side. Sterlo stuck in the middle of everybody. T-Stone not able to connect back up to the 44. He continues to lead. A few cars in the wall. They keep it going. T-Stone pressuring. Oh, the 44 had to check up. That's going to slow the 20 and give the 22 a run. Does he take it 3 wide? He's going to try to dive down to the 44. Tags him hard. Going to send him up in front of the 20. That's going to pull them backwards, and the 22 of Romeo going to take over the lead coming out of 2. Here comes Sterlo, 3 wide down.
Comical squeezing in too. The 27 right behind the 20.
Oh, the 20 falls in line for 3rd. Squeezes through there.
In line.
And a breakaway from the top 3 now.
Man, they
Comical falling as well as Dreludes. Proto's going to try to get by them all.
Comical's got 5 cars, 6 cars behind him that are hungry right now.
Dirtiest Cat was almost in the mix. And right as I said his name into the wall. I had just said the last part of his name as he killed the wall.
Oh, that's terrible timing for him.
It's every time.
Just don't say their gamer tags, man. All right. Proto looking at me inside of Comical.
The 14,
here coming out of
just getting passed by the 27. I'm avoiding saying their names so I don't wreck them.
14's gonna let Proto go by here.
He's gonna fall up high. He has those older tires, and it's not working for him. Once everyone got settled down in single file.
I think this is where we find out what Proto's got for these front 3 guys. He's here. Oh, caution.
I think we'll see after the restart. Caution out.
Caution down. All right. Man, Cam, I'll have to say I've never seen you in the zone before commentating NASCAR Heat 5, but I like it. You know, usually a pretty quiet guy. Cool.
I know, right? It's shocking that I talk a lot more than this. It's shocking.
I almost checked my party chat to see who I was in the booth with. I like it though. It's cool, man. What do we got here? Any guys staying out?
I don't see that happening. We ran, I believe, like 5-6 laps there. So tires are definitely down. We know the 14 and the, who was that? It's the 44 will be taken for. I know the biggest gain is going to be Comical, who still sits in that top 5. Drelude's a little bit out of it, but I still think it was a net positive based on where he was before. So again, just like what happened with beat odds, the 2-tire or no tire stop to get track position paid out well for him and now has some good track position.
Yeah, Comical with that caution, definitely I think the biggest gainer for sure. He's in the top 5. Well, we'll see where he comes out of the pits here, but theoretically in the top 5 now. Maybe we'll get to see what his car's got. Let's see here.
Looks like Romeo will take over the lead. I think T-Stone to second.
I think T-Stone got him, man, with that first
T-Stone
pit stall.
second and Romeo up to the lead.
Oh, okay.
A few cars getting the wave around, I believe. Unless we have somebody that's taking over the lead. Oh boy. I don't know who's in the lead right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious here.
Is it the 2-car? 2-car biscuit?
No, the 2 cars a couple laps down.
Is he staying up
Romeo
there?
on the 22, right?
No, he's staying up there.
Is he?
No, there he goes. Okay. It took a while for him to start falling, but yeah, it looks like they're all gonna fall. Maybe. I'm not sure what's happening.
Maybe he's going to get his lap back now.
Okay. It's conversations we can't hear. So they get that sorted. The 2-car biscuit to go through. Ooh, T-Stone with the late shoes as well as the 42 of Sterlo. It was close, but I think they got him off. T-Stone going to hold down the bottom behind the leader, Romeo, and Sterlo and Trout with beat odds on the outside. Beat odds is back in here.
The 9 car's back. Man, this is going to be a good little mixture here to see who's got what.
Beat odds and Comical are on the same row.
All right, who we got behind him? The 27 car, and is that the 17 or the 6 I see with the nose?
17 on the top there.
There's a lot of cars to look through. All right, come on now, 17. Where you at? Pier V Splash.
Yep.
Ghost Tech on the inside of him.
All right, trying to get formed up. Romeo now finally in control of this race. It's been a while since he's been the leader. We'll see what he can do. Sends him off. Has that low lane. A good start on the bottom. He's going to clear the 42 before entering turn 1. That means it could give room for the 20. He does take it coming into turn 2. Now Stillo to third. Let's see what they have over Romeo. Romeo's pretty much been a rider outside the top 5, or just barely in the top 5 the whole race. Now in front of the 2 strongest cars of the night.
Something went wrong with the 11 on the restart there. He's way back, just now coming out of turn 4 to the start-finish line.
Alright, they get cycled out in their first 2 laps. T-Stone going to try to make the dive on Romeo already. And this battle is going to pull the 19 closer. Trout is in the battle for this top 4. Door slamming down the front stretch, and T-Stone still holds it. Sterling is going to push him through.
Yeah, the 47 car Sportsman there got on the wall coming out of 4 and bounced off the 24, sending him into the inside wall. The 24 of King Coda. Major damage for him back there with the 11. Who dis now?
And they're still going, so no caution from it. T-Stone has cleared Romeo, and the 42 of Sterlo has got him as well. Here comes the 19 of Trout as the 22 hits the wall. Trout lets him back in line, so he stays in 4th and pushes the 22 to try to keep next to him.
Got a side-by-side battle. Oh, no, Proto's going to take it from Comical back there. Comical continues to fall back.
I think we might have wreck out back, the 17 around. Maybe some others off the front stretch. I think we might have a caution here.
Teammates in real life, not sure if they're teammates in the league, but the 6 and the 17 car both collected there. Oh, the 17.
Looks like it is caution.
It
is caution.
The 17 car Pier V Splash just went and door checked the 6 there of Hot Rod. A little frustration coming out.
I want to say Bizarre told me Hot Rod is new. Yeah, Hot Rod and the 15 of Fluffy are new in for the league.
Fluffy, where's he at? I think I've seen his name a couple times.
He's the 15. Looks like just outside the top 15.
Trevin Kazgrala.
Just behind GS. That's another car that we looked at earlier. He was 3rd in stage 1. He is not doing well in track position. What is that? 4, 5, 6. Just barely outside the top 10 right now for GS.
Yeah, and it looks like Drelux is outside the top 10 too. He's falling back as well.
Yeah, that mid-pack traffic can be very difficult to get through, and if you can't get by the right person, you're going to fall with them.
I'm going to go add a little pressure to T-Stone in his stream. All right, I'm going to go tell him he was my pick. So, I'll be right back.
So T-Stone leads, Sterlo 2nd. Trout gets by Romeo for 3rd, leaving pit road. Proto still holds on to 5th, and I think that's Comical right there behind him. Maybe? Is that the 15 or is that Comical? Oh, it's the 15. New car, Fluffy up there.
All right, just as we were talking about him. Gonna go ahead and get himself on up there in the mix.
It's the highest Fluffy has been ran all night. I believe he was at least one, if not two laps down through the stages.
All right, so I dropped a comment on T-Stone stream here. I said, you were my pick to win. Don't let me down. I told him who I am. So hopefully
Right,
the
so
pressure's added now.
Here's our choose. T-Stone bottom, Sterlo top. Trout follows up top, and Romeo down to the bottom. D-Dot still in the third row following that top lane. Ghost Tech and Goodwrench behind them. Dirtiest Cat and Dreludes, the remainder of that top 10.
How do you think this 15 is going to fare up in the top, what is that, top 6? Or no? Yeah.
We're going to see. I think he's about even, maybe a little bit off from that 38 and 44, but we'll see how well he gets a good restart. If he gets a good start with this low lane, which he usually does because it has control lane, he should be able to hold out and maybe even break the top 5. Alright, here we go. T-Stone to lead. Ooh, a big check of the cars trying to get up to him. A good restart by Sterlo. That's going to set him up. Maybe minimize the distance loss coming out of turn 2. He could fight the 22. Let's see. He's going to draft off the 20 car. He's going to keep side by side. If he can get this run right, he will take over second from Romeo. It does not look like he will. Romeo down to second. Proto almost has a run for third. He will stay behind. Trout falls to fifth. Oh, wreck out back. Goodwrench goes around, collects the 18. A few others. I think they keep it going for the most part.
Goodwrench hit the apron and bounced off the left rear quarter panel. That guy was spectating there. I think it was
They're
Dreludes.
still going. Either way, they're still going. No caution for that, as Sterlo had a mistake off the front stretch and he falls down to fourth. Now Proto has made his way up into third as T-Stone continues to lead.
There he is, Proto. It's his time to shine.
As they
Let's see what
hit
he's
the
got for
line,
these guys.
we have 53 laps remaining, have one more pit stop to get through unless we have some more cautions.
Oh, Romeo hard into the wall.
That's going to hurt him. Trout gets by him as well.
Man,
Top
I wonder
5
if he
shuffle.
got damage. That's tough. That was a hard lick coming out of that corner.
And caution
Caution
call.
is
Something
out.
else out back.
Hot Rod looks like he's off the pace here a bit.
Fool's Gold. I will say one thing that does help is the 45, who is not happy with the 44, so you're correct. Him and the 44 got together.
Yeah, my personal opinion, that one was on the 45 there. He dove it down and tagged the left front on the apron. So just personal opinion there. That's between them. But Camo, real quick, could you shoot me another invite? It kicked me for whatever reason here.
Did you press the start button?
Negative. I remember that from previous times. I try to avoid that button. I just got booted. We're loading back in here for a second.
Alright, so with that caution, we are still outside of the fuel window, so we will have a chance to pit again. We just need to get through into that point.
You're predicting one more pit stop for us here tonight, huh?
I would expect a green flag pit stop for these guys, but yeah, currently they are still outside that fuel window.
Alright. We're back in here now. You know, that 23 car was looking pretty good beginning of the race there. He's running mid-pack, holding his line, and I don't know if he went backwards on the adjustments or what's going on with him, but he doesn't seem to be making any progress here tonight. You said the hot rod, the 6 car's new?
Yes. New in as of, I believe, today, actually.
Oh wow, so last minute. Wonder what he's enjoying it. I'm sure he is. There's a lot of cars out here, man. It's crazy to see how much this is blown up compared to the old Heat 5. I like it.
Yeah, I believe we talked about this off stream, but we are genuinely surprised that we're starting to see a bunch of these leagues get, 25 plus drivers week in, week out, and sustaining it through the whole season pretty much. And of course, we're getting big sponsorship deals like this. Of course, Marty Hensley, our Xbox One Esports Racing community, sponsoring this season for these guys. Fun fact, I actually ran with these guys for 2 races first season. It went well for me. I don't know if they appreciated it, but so I came in with some experience, and they knew who I was, and I was. I had
They're like,
to.
we sent Camo to the booth for a get in. Put him in the booth. That's what they said.
Let's just say they won't ever forget next gen Atlanta.
Did you lap the field? Did you lap
Yes.
the field? I knew it. All right, let's focus on these guys. Enough about you.
I had to.
Oh man, that's golden.
But
Great.
yeah, I'm saying that they knew me, so they were expecting me up here in the booth. So
Yeah, seems like they got a good solid group here too. 30 cars, and I mean, we haven't had that many cautions. We've been to races and in races. Me and Camo side by side that have been an absolute caution fest, and none of those are any fun for anybody. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is good quality. I like this. I like this a lot. What they got going on, and some clean racing. Bizarre in the chat. 47 to go at green.
all right. Yeah, thanks for sticking around, Bizarre. I know your race got cut short, but appreciate you sticking in to watch your guys race. All right, here we go. T-Stone to lead again. Sterlo gets another good restart on the outside. Again, if he can hold this speed on this outside lane, he can steal second in front of Proto here. He's not able to get dove down. He's going to fall back. Now T-Stone has more room to work with. Proto going to try to take that spot over Sterlo, but Sterlo's strong right now on the outside. Will take that over. Trout right here behind Proto with beat odds in the top, sitting in the top 5.
So I imagine Romeo in the 22 must have actually had damage that he had to fix on pit road, because he's sitting about 8th place right now back here, fighting it out to try to get back to the front.
8th place in line, so he's not in push. Oh, never mind. He is being fought with the 38 car of Cat. Just about to say, no pressure right now, so he has to work through that traffic. He has Ghost Tech, Dreludes, and VDOTs to try to work for to get this top 5.
Ghost Tech in the 5 car's been hanging around in the top 10 most of the day. Not
Oh yeah,
really pushing
just
past
outside the top 5, but right there.
And this little 4-car battle for like 5th through 8th is heating up. Romeo gonna look to the
Oh, it
inside.
definitely is.
Oh, looks like
It
he
looked
might
like
have
3
touched
wide
Ghost just a
coming
hair.
out of 4, but they are dicey back there behind these guys. And I think we also have a run for the lead. There goes Sterlo. Going the wrong way.
Got to get a view from Trout here. Sterlo's he's not clear yet. They're gonna go inside by
Not just
side.
yet. How well can T-Stone fight the outside? He has momentum on it. He has a
Here
door.
comes Proto.
42 has him cleared now. Almost was able to fight back on the outside. We've seen him do it over the 22, but Sterlo is strong right now. He gets him cleared. Here goes Proto to second.
Hopefully that added pressure I put on T-Stone by getting to him, man.
All right, we've
27
hit
car
43
holding
to
his
go.
own. Oh, the
Go
20 car might
hard.
have just brushed the wall there. Did he get it? Oh, Trout's gonna drop
So now
down right in front of
Sterlo
him there.
has a gap to Proto. Room to work with. We are nearing the fuel window counter, but not the actual window. It's closing in. So
Oh,
keep
Romeo to the
this
inside
in.
of the 5 car.
Yep. Yeah, Romeo's moving, but keep this in mind. We started the stage, or this restart with, was it 47 to go? Your fuel count goes to, like we said earlier, 37 to 39. That puts us around 12, 15 laps to go at the final pit. Are we going to see some 2 tires?
If we were to see some 2 tires, who do you think is who's doing the gambling here? You know these guys.
I think right now with that lost track position, the 20 car would be one to take 2 tires if he cannot make it back up to this leader. Because he was leading and he now is struggling. He's falling back off the 19, and now Proto has a surge. He has caught this 42 and is going to challenge as soon as he possibly can.
GS Racing falling back in there in the 1 car here. He just lost about 4 spots and got in the wall out of 2 to lose another 1, maybe 2.
Watching in the background that battle with the
3 wide.
22. Some of these guys behind him, they're still in this pack shuffling around.
That looks like B-Dot's, Dirtiest Cat, King Coda, and Tech. All these 4 guys back here battling.
Bizarre says the 2019 5 and 44 are probably the ones to take 2 coming up to the pits once if we get there without caution. 5 car in the wall, going to slow up the 45 as the 22 got by him.
The 24 just punted the 38 into the 9 way up the track coming out of 2.
And right now our top 4 is pretty single file right now. Maybe, 23 stuck on the bottom there, but yeah, 27 following the 42 right now, so not much happening there. 22 Romeo has gotten back into 5th, and you see back behind him, everyone's shuffling around, fighting between the rest of the top 10.
And this battle back here in this little pack in the mid just keeps heating up. More and more cars are getting up to him. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the 4 car comes up into the racing line and gets plowed into the infield.
If he got hit, that will put us in caution with 35 to go in the fuel window. So now it looks like we're going to have a race to the end. No pit strategies for these guys.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. The 4 car SRT Drip just came straight up into the racing line. And then I think it was one of these guys here. I don't know which guy, but somebody ran straight in the back of him. Might have been the 24 car. So how's this shake things up, Camo? Caution here. Everybody's gonna pit.
So with that caution, we look and see where everyone sits right now as they run. So Romeo outside the top 5. We look at the driver who's actually in 5th, and that is up to Drelude, so he has moved forward. T-Stone, who was leading, is in 4th. He is now caught back up, and on choose could very well take that preferred lane with the leader again. We see the 19 and 42 always take the high side, but we're now with Sterlo leading. Who all would go up there, and where does that leave T-Stone? Because if everybody chooses that low lane, T-Stone has some traffic to work through. And of course we saw the surge from Proto on that last few laps. He's picked it up here late in the race. Honestly, this race, if it goes green from this point on, I think is going to be decided from where we choose. So I'm looking, obviously we know where Sterlo's going to go, but I'm going to be watching that 20 and 27.
Yeah, I'm super interested after pit stops here in the choose rule. Who ends up where? Who's going to I guess, gamble and possibly go on that outside line there. .44 Dreludes with this first pit stall. I wonder if he gains any positions here. And he will. He'll gain. No, he's.
No, he's just stayed where he was. The top 5,
yeah.
top 6 stay the same.
So no risk takers this early.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Maybe if we have another lap 1 caution, we'll see another 2-tire taker, but as of right now, everybody is even and ready to go.
Getting down to the nitty gritty now, man. We're getting there. Let's start seeing some aggressive moves. Alright, where are they choosing that here?
Also, the cause of that caution before was the 4 caught the 23. Ooh. This is a complete opposite of what I thought was going to happen here. Maybe with the 19 to take the outside, but T-Stone, second row outside. That is not an ideal position. He is going to need to hope the 27 gets caught sleeping, or he is going to be fighting that 44 of Dreludes for that top 5 position.
Yeah, I think of all the restarting positions here, if you're in the top 5, the worst spot is to be on the outside in 4th, in my personal opinion.
Alright, we'll see what he can do with it. He could get lucky and find a hole. We'll see how this restarts goes as Sterlo sends him off. Trout on the outside. Here we go, a great restart by the bottom. Ooh, Comical with a massive speed run. The Goodwrench just blocked him and put him on the inside wall. Goodwrench just took out Comical. And then hits the 24, they're up on the wall. A few cars out back. I wonder if that's going to be a caution when they get back to it. The 45 just stopped on the 14. It looks like T-Stone has gotten up into 3rd. They're still going strong. Trout has fallen from 2nd to 4th. So now mostly the same. It's just T-Stone's picked up 1 extra position.
Sorry, scrolling through the back here. Making sure we ain't got nothing else going on.
We are 29 laps to go. T-Stone just barely behind Proto in 3rd.
We have 100% single filed it out. One by one, all the way back right now. Oh, nope, we got 2 guys.
Challenge right there is Goodwrench and Ghost Tech.
And Sportsman, man, we saw him up earlier in the top 5. He seems to be outside the top 20 now. Not looking good for him, going backwards today.
Another driver that continues to impress with his late run is this 44 Dreludes. Quiet top 5 for him right now. Just back here behind Trout with Romeo to push him. I'm not sure if he can catch the front 3 though, but a good battle between him and the 22. See if it can make it him and the 19. Ooh, T-Stone biting on the bottom. Gonna try to take 2nd.
Drelude's got Romeo to the inside. Looks like he got into the wall coming out of 4 a little bit. And Romeo...
So they're going to fall back there. The 19 also going to take Proto. But now T-Stone on to 2nd. Probably the biggest worry of Sterlo right now is this 20 car.
Yeah, I agree, and I think this 22 and this 44 are going to hook up, get up to them front guys. You know, the 22's not finished either. He's been up in the top 3 most of the day.
We're coming up to 24 to go at the line. Sterlo has led majority of the laps tonight. T-Stone fighting all he can to stay in second over Proto.
I think Proto's got a fast car. He's
Oh
done
yeah,
his
he definitely does.
adjustments.
Yeah, this stage 3 surge that Proto is having is like a completely different car from what he had off the first stage. Because I want to say I looked at him down in 15th off like the first, like right after the restart, like lap 20. He was not doing well after starting second.
Yeah, he was definitely mired back there for all of stage 1, it seemed like. How patient is he going to be with T-Stone? How long before he just kind of nudges him up out of the way and moves on?
We'll see, because as the 42 makes more mistakes like that, the closer they're going to get. So now they're all linked up. Keep in mind, we still have about 20 plus laps to go on this race, so we could still see another caution, or we could see this go all the way. But you have to get down those laps before you can make something happen to not give the other person room to battle.
Also keep in mind that as soon as these guys start battling, there is 4 more cars back there. Oh,
the 20 car got in the back of Sterlo. That's going to knock the nose into the ground, and he's going to lose all that speed right there. The 19 lets him into third to try to salvage what he can and try to fight back to catch the leader.
Just as I was saying, 22 in the 5. I think that's the 5 back there.
25 got fallen off the 22 and 44 right now.
Yeah, they're getting closer. Slowly but surely, they're getting closer.
I see him down in 9th, but Goodrich right there honestly looks like he's running higher than he is right now. Because the leaders haven't really drove away from the rest of the field as much as I thought he would be. Only about a straightaway to 9th place, so Goodrich doing solid where he is right now. See if Proto can fight back for second, try to challenge his lead again.
Oh, back of the pack racing going. Oh, somebody. Who was that? I believe that was Tech. Just smashed the inside of the wall.
55.
Inside wall. End of pit lane. Yeah. Absolutely. Just blasted it. Proto's sitting pretty in second.
Through the field.
Is that comical they're catching?
It might be the 55. Or if it's the 14, yes, it is comical. But the leader's catching
it's comical about to go a lap down. Yeah. Yeah, the 14 car comical goes a lap down, bouncing off the wall. Coming into 1 inch.
I don't know if he got in front of any leaders, but the gap looks to be the same. I love the fact that this top 4 is so close together right now. And if any continuous push could really just keep them all together and fight for the win with 4 cars this close is amazing.
Yeah, I think if they just stay in line for a little while longer, they'll be by themselves and they're not going to have to worry about the 22 car.
Tech hit the ghost wall on the front stretch before you enter turn 1.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It's about where those cones are, like just before.
Does it dead stop you?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it just knocks you down to the inside wall, and then it dead stops you because you're hitting the pit wall.
Oh, man. That's tough. He looked like he survived all right, though.
I don't know if you want to consider it surviving. His car is done, and he's deep in the field.
You talking about Ghost Tech in the 5 car?
The 55, whenever he wrecked.
Oh, the 55. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
just regular Tech.
I'm watching Ghost Tech in the 5.
Yep.
Thinking, yeah. I was like, he's doing all right. He's sitting behind Drelutes here. Yeah, I don't think these 3 catch up to the top 4 by the end of the race. I don't think they're going to have the time at this point.
Speaking of our top 4, they have shortened the gap between everybody together. Maybe a little bit on the 19, as it looks to be a 3-car battle right now, but they are nose to tail.
Ooh, 23 car hard into the wall. A couple cars had to really avoid him.
Ooh, I'm
15
seeing
car adapt. Fluffy
some lag,
lagging
yeah.
pretty bad. He just, or maybe it was the whole server, but he just went wild on my screen.
I saw it too.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, he's top 3, nose to tail.
Oh yeah, he's really
How far's
pushing
Trout
Proto right
behind?
now.
Oh, he's not
Little
far. He's
bit,
Trout's hanging
like
around.
1/10.
He's hanging around.
20 keeps getting the back of the 27, so he's falling back. We are 10
no.
to go right now. Ooh, dirtiest cat out of the
was
way.
sitting in the middle of the track.
Oh, lap car's around. He has to be ghosted, I think. Oh, thank God.
Oh, gee, dude, I lost.
My heart dropped
I held
watching
my
that.
breath through there.
I did. Yeah.
Oh man.
Is that a caution?
I thought we were gonna start
Caution.
flipping over.
Caution with 9 to go. I was just about to say we were
Alright.
single-digit laps to go, and everybody is pressuring up that leader.
So, who pits? You have to pit. If
Oh,
one person
everybody's
pits, you
gonna
have
pit.
to.
Now,
But 2 or 4
how much do you adjust your car?
for the short run. That is true. Oh man, I'd loosen it up just a tad. That's me though.
So keep in mind, it is 9 to go right now. I think they're not opening pits, so that's going to be 8 to go. We're gonna pit. There'll be 7 to go. We're gonna choose with 6, green with 5. So very limited laps left.
The
It
shootout.
is gonna get dicey.
I'm excited. Let's get these pit stops done here. So my pick, currently sitting in 3rd place. Now, who'd you take? The 42?
Yep.
Alright. Well, we're looking good.
As much as I'm liking what this 27 is doing right now, I have a feeling T-Stone is going to find a way around him and fight against that 42, and it's going to be between them. I could be proven wrong, and Proto gets out in front of him on a restart. But I have a feeling the 20 car is really the only one that's able to challenge Sterler right now. This
Well, if they
restart's
come out
definitely
1,
going to
2
throw everyone around.
They come out in the same order they go in. I'm curious what the choose cone's gonna look like.
Oh yeah, it's going to decide who gets to battle the leader between this 27 and 20 by the lane they choose. I am 80% sure the 27 takes the bottom.
So you think he lets T-Stone, leaves it up to him, high side in 2nd?
If the 27 takes the bottom, it is a toss-up if T-Stone wants to try to lead the outside. It has not worked once this race, but I know it's possible. If you can get the run right, you can continue to fight the leader down the backstretch on the outside lane. But I don't know if T-Stone is that confident to do it out there against the strong car of Sterlo. Top 4 stay the same. Close.
Very close.
I'm going to run a quick 30-second ad so we're not getting blocked on the race.
Gonna rack him up one more time. It's gonna be good.
Hopefully it is. This
What's our ad
top
for this
5
time?
has been very respectable. I will say that this whole race. A lot of working together. Sure, people will take a move whenever it's open. But for the most part, we see people letting them in, drafting together, pushing back up to the car ahead. So how much does that go out the window now that we're going to be 5 to go at green? 27 takes the bottom. 20 does go up.
Woo. Sterlo at the last second diced his way back down to the bottom.
So T-Stone does take that outside lane, followed by the 19 of Trout. Ghost Tech and Dre Ludes still following behind these guys. Romeo in
GS
the
Racing.
picture.
found his way back up to the top 10 here. 17 car a Pier V Splash.
We're up here talking
The
about this
top 10.
27, 20, and 42. Watch the sleeper in that 22. He's led some laps today.
Yeah, we're all on fresh tires now. It's anybody's ball game. You got your best car you've had all race.
Yep, no more cautions after this. 5 to go. Sterlo's going to lead it. T-Stone on the outside. Proto and Trout on the second row behind these guys.
No more cautions. This is
Up
it.
to the line. There they go. Good restart by both of them. The 20 has a hold of the bottom. He's going to take it immediately over the 27 of Proto. T-Stone and Sterlo with 5 to go. 1-2. How does this shake out? The 22 fighting under the 19 now as the 27 stays in third. Oh, T-Stone might have left a hole for the 27 to take. He's got him there. Fight for second. Outside run with the draft. Not going to be enough. Here comes Proto. T-Stone not having it. Stuck on the outside. Proto up into second now. Fighting with Romeo. We are 4 to go.
T-Stone had that second position, and he just got too far up the track and let Proto in. Sterlo loves to see it, though. He's just rooting them on behind him.
Let's see what happens. We are 3 to go.
Massive wreck in
Sterlo
the
leads.
backfield.
Big wreck out back, and they are still going.
11 car, 38 car, 23 car.
Oh, the 2-car biscuits up here in front of the leader. He's going to stay in the high lane. Everyone has to avoid him. We are 2 to go. Lap cars around us. The 22 moves the 20 into the 27. 3 wide for second.
Oh, Proto into the wall.
They were just starting to catch the leader. Sterlo getting by the lap cars. Clear field. Everyone shuffling for second place. Romeo takes it over there. Godog's in the outside. Everyone trying to get by the lap cars. We are final lap. Sterlo has a good lead up ahead of the 22 of Romeo. It is all a battle for second. T-Stone tries to make a dive. Into the apron, spins it, and takes Ghost Tech with him. A few others, huge crash out back. And they're still wrecking up towards the line. I don't know who finished where. All we know is the winner is the 42 of Sterlo, but a tragic end for the 20 car at the line.
27 of Proto, I think, was caught up in that somehow too. He dropped back. Romeo's going to take second place. Looks like Trout third. Oh, man, that's so unfortunate for the 20 of T-Stone. He just touched the apron, and Ghost Tech was right on his bumper, and they just both went around.
So that's going to give the win to Sterlo. Second place went to Romeo, who held it off, and Trout steals a third place after Proto and T-Stone went around. I believe I saw Dreludes in the top 5 and somebody else, I think Pure Splash in the 17, 4th and 5th. What a shakeup for the end.
Yeah, that was crazy going into 3 there.
I am heartbroken for T-Stone. He had such a great race going there.
Yeah, he just got beat up there at the end, and as soon as he touched that apron, it was game over. That was good, though. That was a great race.
That was entertaining.
A lot of fun.
Very entertaining.
To say the least.
Mountain Ranger with the fast lap, 23-0.
Hey, shout out to Mountain Ranger. Didn't see him up front that much, but
I will say he struggled down in like a good 20th place the whole race, so I'm shocked he was able to have that speed. I guess he just needed to start higher, get away from that traffic. Alright, so let's get our top 3. Going to be Romeo, Trout, and Sterlo, who ironically has 2 wins in a row in the last 4 hours.
Nice. Double post up on the Xbox One Esports Racing Community Facebook page. Thanks, Marty. Marty's
I
saying
knew I'd be
fantastic
talking to
job
you
in the
after.
booth.
We got Trouts
Marty,
waiting on our Romeo.
seeing a camo in his NASCAR Heat 5 element is a different camo, man.
Yeah, believe me, going to a race with me, I'll hardly speak, and then hop in here and I'm constant words. Right. I guess I'll go ahead and I'll take third and first. I'll have you take over second. So uh,
Cool.
that would be our third place finisher. Going to be Trout, who, as much of a front runner tonight and stuck in that top five the whole race, you weren't in third coming into the last corner there. We saw the move from the 20 to try to get the 22, just went a little bit too deep, spun it and took a few people ahead of you out. But a very strong run regardless. Even if we weren't going to speak to you from where they were going to finish before, it definitely had a chance to run it up there yourself. So I guess take us through your race and anything you might have wanted to change to maybe pull something out to get a little bit more space up on those leaders to have something for them.
No, I mean, like you said, he was running up in the top five for basically the whole race. You know, finished sixth, stage two, and then finished third, like you said, in the last turn there. But I don't know. I feel like I had a third to fourth place car. You know, I was in fourth there before that last caution came out. But um, yeah, no, it was a good race overall. And you know, something just went my way this race, whereas the first few, you know, I got wrecked on the last lap while I was running top five again. So some things go your way, some don't.
Yeah, I did mention it before that you've had some bad luck after running well, so glad we're able to talk to you up here tonight. It was a very entertaining race. That whole top five was so even sometimes, and eventually they'd break away. But it's such entertaining watching five cars nose and tail as the laps run down. Uh, Maybe a little
Yeah, it was
disappointed we
definitely
had
fun.
that caution there, but I think it set up for a entertaining end to that race.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely fun racing.
All right, and I guess we'll see you for next week, which I actually don't know where we have.
That is a great question.
If I can pull it up. Whoa, yeah, when we go to Kansas, so
Oh yeah,
when, I guess we'll see you next week, Kansas. Hope to speak to you up here again. Keep up the momentum and pull yourself up through the points because I know you definitely need it after the first few weeks of this season.
yeah, for sure. Thank you, and look
Yep.
forward to talking to you next week.
Romeo, you got a copy there, bud, in the 22 car?
What's up, buddy? What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, man? Looked like you were up there, top
Trying to.
three. Might not have exactly had what you needed for Sterlo or maybe T-Stone, but it looked like you were adjusting the car. You were getting better throughout the race. But there at the end, coming out with a second place. What could you have done different, man, to catch Sterlo? He was fast.
Um, I'm still trying to figure out these cars. Usually with a 2020, I would hit a six here, but obviously felt like I can get away with a seven. And this is my first time racing these cars, so it's still experience, still learning. I'm happy with the finish. The car wasn't the best, but I knew how to make it work. Um, a lot of people tonight forgot that this is Dover and there's no heroes and there's no villains. So there's this beating and banging. Sometimes it's nobody's fault. Sometimes it's people's fault. We got to remember that, and remember that it is a game. So, long story short, I'm happy I survived. A little aggravated, but you know what? Tomorrow's a new day. I respect every single one of these drivers in this league, and next week is a new week, and I'll be ready.
Amen, brother. That's the attitude to have. I like this Romeo guy. That's
Thank
great.
you.
I like it a lot.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, congrats on second. I don't know if you've seen what happened behind you going into three on the last lap, but all your challengers, they ended up in some misfortune back there.
Yeah, I seen the 20 go down. I put a little block on him. I didn't put him into the wall. I just put a nice little gentle block, and looked like he entered a little too low, and that butter got him. But like I said, I'm not pointing fingers. I hope no one else is pointing fingers. That was Dover. No one was innocent tonight. So, other than that, I'll see you guys next week, and thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on, man. We appreciate you. Congrats on second.
Thank you.
All right, and Mr. Sterlo, the second driver to get 2 wins on the season, and was this back to back? I believe.
No, I didn't race Road
Didn't
America.
miss.
The only 2 races I've raced was this one in Bristol.
Yeah, back to back in showings at least. So, yeah, 2 wins on the season as well as Romeo there in the past. Yeah, from the past interview there. Uh, you came in to the race fourth. I believe you stayed in the top five the entire 200 laps. And I don't think you were outside of it unless there was a caution and you got it right back on the first lap. So a very strong car. It was you and T Stone, then Trout, Romeo, uh, Proto. All you guys were so even up front whenever on the first few laps of those runs. You were able to hold them off as long as you could. Uh, are
Yeah.
you are
Oh,
you
go ahead. Sorry.
surprised you were able to hold them off on that restart, knowing that T Stone was going to be as aggressive as he could, knowing that he could probably put up a fight to you at the end?
Yeah. Short run was my biggest downfall for this race. I was not good for like the first 10 laps. Just could not keep the back of the car uh, underneath me whenever I needed to be aggressive, getting back to the throttle. But yeah, I mean, I knew whenever that caution came out, it was going to be a handful, but I was hoping that T-Zone was going to be the one on the outside because I've tried the outside multiple times tonight and just fell back. So I was glad to see the 27, maybe 22 start behind me. Um, just so I was hoping that they would get together, and they eventually did. So it worked out good for me.
All right, yeah, it was a very entertaining race from start to finish. Like I said, with the battles between everybody, it was honestly anybody's race up until those last few restarts. Because we saw you were able to get out in front if you had control. Just sorry,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get through a bunch of messages as well while doing this. But yeah,
It
just
was a good race.
yeah, congrats on that. I know you won earlier tonight before hopping in, so you were pretty warmed up to get started. And I'm
Yeah.
glad we put on our y'all put on a good show for us up here. I imagine y'all will probably enjoy it when we go back and watch, because it was very fun for me and Spot to hear to view over.
Yeah, not
Heck
not
yeah.
gonna lie. It's been a while since I did NASCAR Heat 5, so I'm glad y'all bared with me. But that was fun. I really liked that at Dover. That was a good time. You guys put on a hell of a show up front for sure.
Appreciate it. I think we need a dash for cash camo.
Oh yeah, yeah, possibly. I'll think about it.
I
Put up
appreciate
some
what y'all do.
extra, yeah, put up some extra fight for some drivers. I'd love to see. All
Yep.
right. I guess with that, we'll see y'all next week for Kansas. This was the Xbox One Racing Communities White Line Racing League, and we'll see y'all next week.